picked it up and I headed west just to see what there was to see. Oh, by the speed bug I got bit, now I just can't quit. I got the Salt Flats fever. Scream and scream, line us down to motor scooters and every motorcycle in between. 5 full days of two-wheel.
I'm Ken Zetterquist. My friends all call me Z-Man. And this is Randy, my significant other, CR, and Barbara, my pit crew and best friends. And we've been doing this for 5 years. This is our 5th year. We had this motorcycle. A dear friend of mine passed away at an early age, and he had this motorcycle that I built for him, which he was always working his way towards going racing with it. A friend of mine makes superchargers, and I had made a deal with him before that, before we ever thought of this, to rebuild a couple of engines he had in exchange for a supercharger. So he gave me a supercharger, and I don't know much about how to put it on or what to do and everything. And he said, well, there's some kits, where you can mount on the side, put belts and put this like that. He said the best way is to put it right in the middle, going straight into the engine. And I said, well, the frame's in here. I said, well, move the frame. So that's what I did. We cut the frame, we put the supercharger on, I made a bunch of parts, manifold, belt drives. But to make a long story short, we made 2 passes before melting a hole through the piston. Spent the rest of the week having a fabulous time, meeting all kinds of fantastic people and having the time of their life. And having been struck by the salt fever and been back every year since, getting better and better as we went each time. 2nd year out, we set a record. And today we set another 2 records.
So what is Bonneville? Bonneville is salt. Most of the general public probably have not heard of Bonneville. When you consider that this was a vast inland sea, and what do you have? You have salt that ranges in depth from what you see here, literally, to 3 feet. And the entire area shifts like the plates on the earth. That's what you see all these ridges are. It expands, contracts, and they smooth it out. So I remember our first year talking about going to Bonneville. I didn't really have an idea what Bonneville was. I knew about it historically. I knew about early explorers coming across. I knew about wagon trains coming across, people dying out here. It's a very harsh environment. So it's amazing when you consider this. This is what they race on. It's been grooved, it's been groomed, so to speak, and it makes a very durable surface. It's also very addicting. It's common salt, but the atmosphere out here, as Z-Man said, the atmosphere is phenomenal. Our first year was a struggle. Our 2nd year was another struggle. Our 3rd year was a struggle. Our 4th year was a struggle. What brings us back? The camaraderie, the challenge, if you will, to make that machine run as best as we can. As crew, our goal is to make him run as fast as he can, as safe as he can. So when you come to Bonneville, you have to expect the unexpected. This is our 5th year. We have had nothing but pure joy. The machine has run great. We have made technical adjustments, sprocket changes, jet changes. It's just phenomenal. So Bonneville it's a love affair.
It is.
You can love the salt. You really can. Technically, you can't take it with you. You have to leave it here. But you can literally love it. Have you ever tried it? Neither have I.
It's very salty.
It's very salty. That's Bonneville. It's love, it's camaraderie, it's excitement. There's some sadness occasionally, but as racers that are true to the heart, we use that and even motivated by it to go faster, to share with one another what it's all about.
And riding with a smile, screaming on through the famous measured mile. Well, by the speed bug I got bit, now I just can't quit, 'cause I got the salt flat fever right here at Bonneville. I messed up the end.